Hello and welcome to this video. In this video we'll learn about row, column, and we'll learn how to create a login and sign up button. So in previous video we created a button, that is click me button, and we add property to this, and we also learned about text widgets, and with that knowledge we'll create our login and sign up buttons. So I'll just delete this code. Let's delete this code. So we'll write our code in body. So first thing that I will talk about is column, and this column will contain a child widget. Okay, this column will contain children widget, and what this children widget does is it contains many widgets, more than one widgets. If we add one widget, we'll use child property. If we add more than one widget, we'll add children property. So let's add text to this, and we'll write welcome, and we will save this. So we see that we have a column has been created and one text has been added. And let's add another text to this. Let's say hello, and we'll save this. We can see that another text has been added. Now I want this column in my center. So what I will do is I will click on my body and I will add center property, center widget inside this full body, and I will pass a child parameter to this. My column will be in child. So let's save this. So my column has been moved to center because just by adding center widget, our column will be moved to center. And what if I want this text in my center of the screen? So for that, I will click. We have a property called main axis alignment. This property is the property of column, and we have to pass a widget called main axis alignment. So we'll pass one main axis alignment dot center. So when we save this, the text will be moved to center. Let's say we want to move it to the end, so we'll write end to this, and we'll save. The text will be moved to end of the column, and we'll have another property called space around, space evenly. It will come with different concept if we have more than one widget. So let's say we'll have space around. So we'll save this. So equal spaces will be added for the widgets inside our children widget. So for now we need center. So we'll put this to center. So we need two. So our goal is to create a login and sign up button, right? So we'll delete this text. We'll add a material button, and we'll add a comma in the end, and we'll click enter. So the first property, mandatory property, is on pressed. So we'll pass an empty parameter, and we'll save this. So you can't see that now. So we'll add one child parameter, and we'll add text, and in this text we'll add login, and we'll add a comma. Okay, and we'll save this. We see a login button, and to this login button, first we'll add color to this. The color should be added outside child, so we'll add color. So the more you practice, the more fluent you will be. So we'll add orange. We'll add orange accent, and we'll save this. And let's say we need a shape of stadium border. We saw all these properties in our previous video. So our stadium border has been added. We'll add minimum width. Even this we saw in our previous video. We'll save this, and we'll add height to this. Let's say 50.0. So now it looks beautiful, right? So we'll add an elevation to this. Let's add 20.0. So it looks like it's been floating now. And we'll add style to our text. We'll add style property, and we'll pass a style, text style widget. And to this text style we'll have some properties called font size. We saw even this in our previous video. We'll add 20.0, the font size will be increased. You can see the changes immediately. I'm saving as soon as I write the code, I'm saving, so you can see the changes immediately. And let's say we will like to change the color, or the letter spacing, letter spacing. Let's see what widget we'll have to pass. We'll have to add a double. Let's add 2.0, and that's looks great. Now we'll have to add one sign up to, right? So we'll just copy this material button and we'll paste it here, and we'll change the text to SIGNUP. So we'll save this. We have two buttons now, login button and sign up button, but it's like, attached, both are attached. So one thing we can do is we can go to main axis alignment and we can change this to let's say space between. So if we add space between, the space is too much. If we add space evenly, it's not good to, we need to reduce the space. And if we add n, it will go to the bottom, and the remaining properties we have is, that's it. So we'll just add center and we'll try to give some padding. We can give padding, that becomes a lot of work. I will explain about padding in our next videos. But instead we have a property called, a widget called sized box. And this sized box pass a parameter called height. Let's say we need a 50.0 box. The sized box is nothing but an empty box. We can do nothing, it's just one empty box. We'll save this and we can see that a space has been added in both of these buttons. So this is the upper button, I have added a sized box, and this is the sign up button. So the spaces that we see here is just an illusion, but the background, the code that it runs it has sized button, sized box. So we have login, we have sign up. It doesn't do the operation, backend operation, is just for the UI for now. In our later videos, we'll see how to navigate to different pages, and we'll do much more with this application. So stay tuned. Show your support by subscribing to this channel. Happy coding.